can see the chat.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Sam?
Come on. Tell some jokes.
Yeah, go. Tell some jokes. Go back 2 minutes before we kick this off.
Right, quickly, hold on. What? Look at this picture. Oh my god. She stole a whole side of sweet potato, and she walked around for 20 minutes, not putting it down. But then when we all sat down to bed, she dropped it on my face. I thought it was hilarious.
Do you know your little bottom bar of all those pictures along? If I did that in a conversation, there'd be at least seven dick pics.
That's what I'm afraid of. Lions, tigers, and bears, mate. Don't scare me.
Enough.
Eddie's sneaky dick pics. That's not on the stream, is it?
Yeah. Yes, mate.
Is it?
So, here we go.
Oh, I'll get the joke book out.
Get ready, Dad.
Crack a few funnies, mate, while I just sort some stuff out.
Okay.
Where can you stand up, Sam?
Has anyone got a whisper that you can send me over the internet? Because I would sell all of your grandmothers for a whisper, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'll whisper.
Possibly a curly whirly. I'm not fussy.
I'm sorry.
Probably a whisper gold, isn't it?
I only deal in topics.
No.
I'm doing toffees, you dirty bastard.
There are other chocolate products out there for anybody listening.
Yeah, we don't want to
We're not sponsored by a whisper. However, we would take the sponsorship.
If Nutella, whoever make them.
Ferrero Rocher.
Nah, it's got to be a whisper.
Right, Dave.
Yep.
Dave, I'm gonna have you on mute, mate. If you mute yourself, not yet. When I give the recap, just mute yourself until I bring you in, and then we'll go from there, mate.
Awesome.
You don't have to do it.
You're just there for your face, really.
Just practice.
He's never going to bring you in.
You're a faceman.
Oh, he's got rid of himself. That was harsh.
Hello, Alistair. We are fine. Thank you. Just.
There we go.
What do a Frenchman? What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals? Philippe Flop.
Wow.
I can't believe you bought a French in.
I know.
First joke. I'm getting them out of the way.
It's a good job we're live on the internet. Big Sam.
Oh my god.
I'll have you know I'm safe here.
Right, you've got 3 more minutes, mate, and then I'll be cracking off. So crack on.
Like, no pressure, but get on with it.
I'm getting on with it.
Go on,
I'm getting on with it. It's like I didn't prepare for this at all.
It's not like you've had a week.
It's not like I've had a week.
To be honest, we had the Battle Royale to think about, so.
Yeah. In which Eddie totally bossed. Because I'm a fool.
When you say bossed, I literally just hid. Like every good rogue.
Yeah.
I thought I'd run. And then take myself out.
Alistair, I am the dungeon master.
Let's just press this teleport button. Oh no, Eddie's still up. Oh no.
We could do a little like speech again for those who didn't hear it, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool.
2 minutes, Sam. I'm not hearing no jokes.
Mate, I've used them all.
You've got Google at your
I blew myself out on the last week. It was like half an hour of just me sheer pumping out jokes.
All of them got cut as well. So.
Phrasing.
Right, so we just.
Did you hear about the Italian chef that died? He passed away.
Can we not do the nationality jokes, mate? Do you know what I mean?
There are other nations, for those who are listening. We're not sponsored by
You don't
no favouritism here.
Where do you find the cow with no legs? Right where you left it. We're not sponsored by any cows.
Can we not do meat jokes? I'm a vegetarian. Can we not do meat jokes?
Oh, that's another tally on the board there, Sam. For,
That's another
your
one
luck
for
of your life.
You know what? Comedy is a very dangerous thing. It's a mine in which I like to headbutt every mine as I go through.
I've got a little you're lucky we're live chart now.
I would like to, you know, if there's any complaints, feel free to send them in.
Yeah, I do love technical difficulties. Let's go. Let's go.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
There we go.
Your Twitch has gone to
Yep.
just telling us all the details.
Well, I'm going to resort to just insulting Eddie for a minute. If laughter was the best medicine, Eddie, your face would be curing the world.
Wow. That's third tally there.
Just like to say, we're not sponsored by any Eddies out there.
Right, guys. Are you ready? Let's do this. Oh, welcome to Spuds. Maybe 2.5 because we're still going on that last. We decided to kick off a bit later than last week because we spent half an hour of stand-up comedy. It's shocking.
I'm pretty sure it got less views.
So lots of people are watching this because despite not having that many views, YouTube. Way! This. A lot of you out at Ring Cards and such like that, you will have heard of Magic Madhouse. You can find them at magicmadhouse.uk. We're also sponsored by the game shop Aldershot, which is run by some of you on Facebook, some of you will know him from LARP and such. And you can find his website for his shop at www.shopaldershot.co.uk. They are up on the page Spuds and Spells on Facebook, so you can see the links there. Come out from it. Yeah. If you're not following us, follow us. If you know anyone that's not following us, get them on. Get them
follow us.
All right. Do we have anything else we wish to say this week before we do a recap and such? Those of you that don't know, we have Rebecca. Rebecca, give us a wave. We have Eddie, give us a wave. We have Noodle, give us a wave. Noodle. Go on, Big Sam, that I can assure you is not me. And the quiet one, who will be on mute for now, is Dave. Give us a wave, Dave. He won our Marvellous competition last week, which cost us millions of pounds and our time to put together. He'll be joining us tonight. So, anything I've missed, my lovely team? Whispers. If any of you like Whispers or feel the need to ship them off to Ireland, it is number 42 Island Noodle.
Yes. Wait a sec. How did you know my address?
The bald guy in the garden most nights is me, love. I've got it's just. So recap time, yeah. Let's go on, Sam.
Becky Appleyard Art does all our art and we'll do wonderfulness. There you go.
Give me your money.
On Facebook, it's Becky Appleyard Art. If you can't find her by searching her, look on the Spuds and Spells page. She's on there. She does all our little caricatures and our banners and such. So yeah, give her a nudge and tell her we sent you. She won't give you a discount, but fuck it. So yeah, recap time.
Yeah.
Recap time.
Yeah.
So those of you that were here last week, you are still in Notoria, still in the Pot Town of Pool. You quickly discovered that your Silver Dragonborn Frat and your blue-haired elf friend Ellen Tara were kidnapped or taken by force, or however they disappeared. They are now residing with the two demonic incubi and succubi, Karen and Talisa, I believe. They have asked you to do some dodgy stuff for the elves and steal. The elves have asked you to help them take things from Atoria that's rightfully theirs, and they have permission to do so. Lady Akiko of the Snow of the House of Winter, you had a nice little meeting with her on a boat with lots and lots of narrative description, and she's given you the evening to think on her offer to escort her, protect her, go ahead however you deem fit, to the town of Bronzefalls, which is a very religious town in Etoria, and a lot of people go there for pilgrimages to do with their celestial faith in the celestials, the gods, the goddesses, whatever said priests and followers call them these days. So you went back to the tavern of Whitelocks. All had a chinwag, had a beer, had something to eat. Mr. Argan the Bard had a chinwag with Peleus, the greatest swordsman in all of Karan, who just happens to wield a blade made of pure amethyst. And previously, Argan had been asked to retrieve said sword, but he didn't. So you all went to bed.
Dashed it, if you will.
The sun is rising. 3, 2, 1, go.
Really bad it didn't.
I head downstairs for breakfast. I think that's
Solid.
no, we're all in the same. Okay, yeah. We should prepare for the day. Get in and then start heading out. See where we. Perfect. And the breakfast it is.
Early for breakfast.
Yep.
Yeah.
The young lass that was there beforehand doing the day shift. He slept in a bit later than Dawn this morning. She's doing everything set up, and she's just serving a couple of old grizzled sailors that are just in for a pint or two of the clear stuff to down their breakfast with. She gives you a little wave. Oh, morning all.
Morning.
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 We have a long journey ahead of us. Could we possibly have some breakfast, please?
You can indeed. Was it the same as yesterday?
If possible.
Yes, please.
The Plowmans.
The Ploughmans. The Goliath Ploughmans. She pops back, gives a shout for 2 trays of Goliath Ploughmans, and within 10-15 minutes the table you were sat with yesterday, you're sat eating cheeses and meats and such for your morning breakfast.
Solid. I get a piece of bread, put some cheese on it, put some pickle on it, and another piece of bread.
Okay.
Very
Weirdo.
It takes about half an hour before the bar starts filling again. You're looking at about 8:30, 8:45 in the morning, and it's slowly filling again. Obviously, other ships have now swapped out and dropped off their crew for a bit of R&R. So yeah, it's filling and filling. You finish your breakfast. What do you do?
Yeah.
So we should head out, right?
Go.
Is there anything we need to do before we head to the dock?
We should probably make tracks because
They
the
did say
longer, the longer we wait, the longer Sendrax and Alantara aren't safe.
indeed.
So we pack our stuff, settle our bill, get out of here.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
So we pack our stuff, settle our bill, and get out of here.
So you finish your breakfast. On hearing that, the very helpful young lad that was quite rude to Ivan comes on. He's like, so you're ready to leave? I overheard that you wanted to pack, leave, settle your bill. I could deal with that for you. Help you pack your things. We got a couple of strong uns that can give you a lift with stuff. if you've got a lot of stuff, just pay your bill at the bar. Get out.
To be honest, I can.
And pay.
I think we can carry our own things, maybe.
Okay. Well, just go pay your bill. And are you finished with these? And he starts clearing up the platters.
I'd ask Nala particularly.
Biggin, have you finished with these?
I'd grab the last sausage and head off to the bar.
Obviously.
Yes, thank you.
Cool. You head over to the bar. Young lass is there. Hello. Was breakfast okay?
Pardon?
Was breakfast okay?
Yes, it was good, thank you. We want to pay our bill. We'll be leaving.
Oh, okay. Let me see. That was for a couple of nights. And the food and the drink as well in the house. She just goes out back and she comes back. She says that's about 3.5 gold.
I give her 5 gold.
Yeah, she takes the 5 gold.
Thank you for being so helpful.
I spent way too much money on what was it? Laughing Dragon or something.
Dragon's Kiss.
Dragon's Kiss last night. I am paying for that.
Yes, you did.
So you pay up, you pack up, you leave. You're now back out into the market square area. Any of you doing anything in the market, or am I taking you straight over to the ship?
I don't need anything.
Straight over to the ship.
Cool. You go straight up to the ship, you walk through the market square, you pass the gecko fountain, you've got the fresh fish, sugar dates, pistachios, and you...
That guy needs some new material, I'm just saying.
Man's making a killing. Alright, leave him alone. So you get over to the docks. The two dock spaces are empty in the ships. There's only the Elven ship there. You go over, and as you get there, you see her. The handmaiden from Lady Akiko. She's almost guest, and she's there waiting for you. Hello, good morning. Are you ready to answer the Lady of the Snow?
When do you want to leave? We're in.
So your answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you could please wait here, I will go relay the message. She wanders off up the gangplank onto the ship, and you see similar fussing around. There are people up on the deck. She goes up to the second and third deck. From where you're standing, you can just see the white of the people up there, and then the darker armours. She comes back down. About 10-15 minutes has passed, and she has said, "My lady requires something of you. We do not know our way in these lands, and we require a guide."
Attain. I knew one of those.
My apologies, my lady. A guide of the wilds.
I know somebody. Let me have a think. Let me think and see if I can remember where I last saw them. I do know somebody, and they're very good, but I'll need a couple.
Okay.
So.
Once you have your guide, please return here, and we will arrange to meet. And I say arrange to meet. Come here, and I'll sort out the positioning of how we are to leave the town and go forth.
All right, I'm gonna go for a wander and see if I can find them. And
you all go with her?
Yeah.
Follow.
Cool. Where do you go, Attain? Where do you go?
Do my Facebook message.
You go where?
Do my Facebook messages.
To your Facebook messages.
Wow, I was so immersed then.
I am going to wander up through the marketplace towards the corner that sells things like knife blades, leathers, and jerky, and kind of preserved goods, because that's usually the best place to find the person I'm thinking of. If they're in town, they're likely to be resupplying there.
Okay. It's not hard to find. There's like in the Merchant Square, everyone's very open about their business. You walk towards it. There's a large, almost shiny skinned dark tanned olive skin, which shiny, like glistening with sweat. Thick, greasy hair. His beard's thick and black. Very large, rotund chap, but nothing wobbles. Just a solid, large gentleman. Human, or appears to be human, and he's just putting out dried meat onto a stall, and he's just humming to himself. He looks up as you lot coming towards him. He's like, good morning.
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 Would you like some jerky?
What have you got at the moment?
I have meat, questionable, and meat. I can highly recommend the questionable things.
I'm not going to lie, questionable piqued my interest.
Do you want to try some of the questionable meat?
No, I'm about to go on a boat to tame.
What you doing here?
Attain. What are we doing here?
Let us hear.
Do you have any samples actually? While we're here.
Samples, yes. A silver apiece.
All right. I hand over 3 silvers. I'll sample the meat, not the questionable meat, if you don't mind.
It gives you a very dark, mahogany-looking meat. It's quite thick. There you go.
Attain. And I'm loving the jerky enthusiasm, but we're supposed to be looking for a guide. Sendrax is literally in a cage.
Oh, this is really good. Listen, tell me, where do you get your meats from at the moment? Who's your supplier?
He points to the back, and he shouts, "Barclay, come here!" And you see, Dave, unmute yourself. Welcome, Dave, to the game. Woo!
And you see a kind of large fella, black skinned, got massive dreadlocks going all the way down the back of his head, and a big nest on top and some going down the front. He's got a beard, gruff beard, and he comes out screaming, "What you wanting? What you shouting?"
These lot are asking where you get your meats from. Names?
I'm Miller.
One at a time.
Barclay, I'll leave you to it. I've got some stuff to do. And the large guy pops off, and he's picking up he's moving 2 barrels around and looking in them and picking stuff out and putting it back in as though he's looking for something.
Nah, worries, boy. I'll sort this out. So what are you looking for? You looking for my meats?
Well, we're looking
Why
for a
after my
guide.
meat?
We're looking for a guide more specifically.
Well, I was wondering who your meat supplier was, and if it was the supplier, I thought it might be in these parts. Whether her daughter's been in lately.
I get my meat from all around this place. I move around quite a lot. I'm a traveller. I'm a bard when I'm not working here.
Do you know any tour guides?
I do a bit myself when I have time off.
And what's your specialty? How are you in the wild?
I'm pretty good in the wild. I can handle myself, and I do know these parts quite well now. I travel them quite a lot. I can
Okay.
get. Where are you going?
Bronzefalls, sir.
Bronzefall, my friend.
Ah, Bronzefalls, yeah. Only a 9-day trip. I can get you there quite easily on the road. You look like you can handle yourself. Is there any problems?
What about like quite a few of us? We're not taking all of the snow lot.
I think
Okay.
we are.
How many are there of you then, boy? I think this would be good.
I don't know how many of the elves are coming.
20.
Let's.
Elves. You got elves coming as well. Oh, that's going to be more difficult there, man. But yeah, how many?
Let's say 20. Perhaps it might change depending on
I'd
how many
say
come.
sizable party.
A sizable party. Maybe 10 days, maybe 11. But yeah, we can still get you there on the roads.
How much would you charge?
Oh, for a party that big? What would I think is a good going rate, 80? For currency? Is it like lots of gold?
10, mate. So 10 silver is a gold, 10 gold's a platinum, etc. You go for it, mate. You knock yourself out.
Well, if it was just you guys, I'd do it for 10 gold there and 10 gold back. But if you got 20 elves, maybe more, that's going to cost you. Those guys are pretty fussy when it comes to traveling.
They are pretty. Their culture alone is strange.
I'd say 50 gold, 25
Perhaps-
before we set off, 25 when we get there.
What I can imagine is the elves will pay for you. Perhaps you deal with the elves for the monetary side of things. We are helping them after all, and they have asked us for a guide. So
I thought you were the negotiators. Am I not talking to the right people?
we are, my friend, you are misunderstanding. I am saying we are negotiating, but it will be the elves who will pay. So,
Well,
if that is,
tell the elves it's 50 gold.
I mean, personally, I would tell the elves it was 60 gold, just for you, my friend. But
60 gold, you think?
yes, I mean, these elves we're just doing business for them. So if I tell them it is 60 and they negotiated lower to 50, then
I'm not gonna lie, my friend. But one hit me with a fan, so you could probably charge him 100.
They've
let's
been hitting you
maybe
with a
measure.
fan, man. Oh, that sounds like some right abuse. That's
Let's
it.
say 80. Let's say 80, and then see where they negotiate from.
Okay, we'll go for 80, but if they start hitting me on the head, it might go up before we get there.
I don't know. You look like you've got a lot of padding.
I can take
But,
a hit from anything out there attacking us, but don't take hits from my own party, man.
We will not be hitting you. I can assure you that we need you.
Mars falls over like a gust of wind, anyways.
Whoa, that is true, but still that hurts. My friend, are you okay to leave now? It is an urgent mission, as it were.
I'll turn back and start shouting into the back room, like with just lots of shouting. You know what I mean? You won't understand it. Like, I'm all good, man. I've got 12 days off.
You just hear some grumbling and swearing and cursing and some banging of crates.
I'm bringing back more meat. It'll calm down when I get back with meats.
Right, to the dock,
Let's get out
if
of
that is okay.
So you go back to the ship.
Yep.
Right, with your newfound friend in tow, you head back to the ship.
I'll have a big adventurer's bag, and on the back of it is what looks like a big giant kind of tin can attached to the back of me adventurer's bag.
Nice.
That steel drum.
It might be.
Might be.
Sorry. As a bard, I would no, carry on.
As a connoisseur of musical instruments.
So you get back to the ship, and the handmaiden sees you at the approach, and as she comes down, she gives you all a respectful nod and a bow. Pauses for a moment in Barclay's presence, gives him a once over, then nods. And she's like, is this your guide?
Yeah.
Yes. He will require paying though, and seeming as it is you who is employing us, would you be able to employ him as well, as it were?
Yes, you will be paid handsomely, my dark-skinned friend.
I'll step forward and go, no problem, do we shake on it now? I'll put my hand out.
She looks at your hand and just gives you a nod and a bounce. She's like, it's fine, it's fine. You have the word of the lady.
All right, I see. Respect. And I'll give her a bow and walk away.
She looks at a turn, just questioningly. Nice. Cultured.
Wild.
We will.
Little do they know, we just picked this guy up at the meat store.
Perfectly reasonable.
Totally not a serial killer. So she nods towards the distant other side of town. We have arranged for 2 wagons and horses to take us to Bronzefalls. They will not be moving fast, but they will carry the lord and they will carry the lady and her servants, of course. So
Okay.
if you could meet us there within the hour, and we shall begin our journey together. And she just gives you another nod.
No problem.
Perfect.
So that gives us an hour to think of anything we might have forgotten before leaving cross town.
Did she say 2 carts?
Yeah.
She said for her lady and her servants. Does that mean we have to find our own way there? Or will we be on the carts?
Well, carts don't go very fast. I mean, we keep up with the walking.
9 days, potentially 11 days worth of walking. I'd say. Perhaps we could go and rent a horse or something.
A single
Could do
horse.
Between us,
One single horse.
Between us, we could take the load off for at least an hour at a time.
I also probably should pick up some rations. I don't know about you, but I don't have any that would survive me out in the wilds.
Really?
What do you mean about my meats, man? You should have bought some of those jerky.
I'm not entirely sure. In fact, forget it.
Good for your man. It's got all the protein you need.
I clearly forgot, and I would have bought them if I was there and knew it. And I will go find my own.
I'm a couple of days short actually, so I will come with you, Martha.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We will meet you at the carts. Would anybody like any rations picking up before? Are you all okay?
Will you get me a few?
How many is a few? Are we talking maybe?
Well, it's a potential
5 or 6 bags?
11-day trip. How many rations do you have? Okay.
Let me have a look. Take a look in my bag. I think I'm okay. Because I didn't use any of what I brought between Cruel and here. It was all dry goods, so I think I'm alright.
I used a couple getting into Cruel, so.
Will you get me
then-
4? 4, please.
4 bags. Perfect. Any preference? Meat? I'm assuming meat. Please don't eat me.
Yeah.
We'll get some Goliath.
Goliath size meat.
A Goliath ration is surely like a whole cow. I'm entirely sure we can.
Whoa,
You don't really want to be carrying a cow for 11 days.
and Nala isn't
That's not
rotund.
smart.
That's
Right,
what the
anyway.
Do you need some
Barkley,
money?
yourself? Barkley, you good with your meat? Surely.
Oh, yeah, man. I've got enough rations for myself. An
Perfect.
adventurous bag.
Me and Ogden will meet you at the carts.
Do you need any money, Malza?
That is a very good point. Please, could I perhaps? It's not that I need it, but I need it, and
So you need it then.
I do need some money, please.
How much do you need?
I
How
don't
much?
think rations are too expensive. if we talk, maybe
Hey,
let's say 5 silver, for example. That should buy me a fair few.
yeah. And I've got a few gold
I
left.
give you
after.
5 gold.
Oh wow, this is.
We will
I like having you around.
It's like a portable bank. I say that as I'm walking away.
Right. See you at the carts.
Okay, so who goes where?
Me and I are gonna go shopping for rations, and we'll meet him at the cart.
Okay, you and I are going to go to the market square. Again, you stood by the gecko fountain and you can see, the people singing sugar dates, pistachios, people selling cheap swords, trinkets, little statuettes, cloth, fruits, dried fruits mainly, the jerky. There are people selling odds and sods for sailors. There are people selling odds and sods for backpackers. You reckon you could quite easily just walk up to the backpacker shop?
Head there then.
Do we pass any shops that sell arrows between there and
Arrows?
them?
Yeah. There are a few hunter type stalls, buildings further back that probably do more storage than actual selling for those that have their little stalls on the outside.
I'm going to miles off on our shopping adventure again.
I like it.
What could go wrong?
This is the kind of place that I don't normally get hurt. It's good.
That's
You walk
pretty
into
miles
an
off.
ancient
Walking
black
in.
dragon.
He eats you. The end.
Yeah.
Doesn't even need to be an ancient black dragon, like.
Just a
Do
yeah.
with a stick. So you approach the adventurer's place. I say
Yeah.
adventurers. There is a stout looking gnome. He is properly muscly. Like he's he's hench for a 3'2" gnome. You know what I mean? But he's very wiry. He's not a bulky 3'2" gnome. And he's got a shaved head and he's got sideburners that come down just to his chin. Black-haired sideburners. Start at his ears, finish just on jawline of his chin. That's the only hair he's got on his face and his head. And he sees you lot and he's like, "Right, lads,
Afternoon, morning.
what can I do for you?" He climbs up onto his box, so he's up at his stall.
We've got arrows, and have you got food that we can use in the wilds? Dried meats, trail mix, that kind of.
Yes, and yes. How many arrows are you after?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Wow. You can pull 3 from over there. And there's just like a few quivers full of arrows with a brown feather.
You sure you do not want to buy more?
I have, this puts me to an adequate amount.
Okay. And then foods, dried food. We would probably need, if we were to say, how many do you need? For example?
I need 3. 3 rations.
Let's say, can we have 20 bags that will last us a few 20
whole
days?
day.
You can indeed. And he starts like going under the little stall that he's in, and he's bringing these small pouches up. They're about this big.
Yeah.
That'll do you a day, and there's a day each. So he puts out these 20 small pouches. That'll be a gold. The arrows are silver.
Perfect. I hand him 1 gold, 1 silver.
And he scoops it, puts it in a little pocket.
Well, you take 10 and I'll take 10 and we'll try and get
Thank
some
you very
gold.
much. Yes, if you can give some to Nala, I will keep hold of the rest.
What? Why do I have to give them to Nala? She don't even like
I feel like if I give her food, she might eat my hand when I'm passing it to her. Right.
I mean, okay.
Wow.
We should not keep them. We should not keep them waiting.
No. Come on.
So, Attain, Barclay, and Nala, what were you doing while they were getting rations?
Nala, did you say you wanted to get a horse or a wagon?
No, I just didn't know if we was going in theirs or if we was making our own way, that's all.
I think we should probably assume that we're sorting ourselves.
We should go to the cart tavern.
I think we can get a cart and a car horse for some gold. I don't know how much it would be though.
Sure, we can just walk ahead of theirs, or perhaps take it. I don't know. Ask them if we can jump on. I thought the whole plan was we walked ahead of them, so that we engage anything that might jump out.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of walking, my friend. You might get tired.
It's got a point.
I used to a lot of walking. I am, but not everyone is.
Mal's
11 days of walking is a lot.
Aye.
And like one of your footsteps is like 6 of mine now, so you know.
Exactly.
You get there
Yes, to
quicker than I
run.
would.
He has to run to keep up with me, so.
Argon, if you think you need a horse or something like that, then try and find. I'm sure there'll be a stable or something like that nearby.
We have a look around, Eddie, see if there's anything.
Yeah, there's the stables. There's quite a large stable. It's massive. It's for all to do with the land trade that comes across from the other parts of Victoria. You see huge stables, and there's almost a L-shaped wooden building with an open side to it that there's people queuing and such. It's quite a distance away, but it's that big. That's how big it is. You can see how busy the place is from the distance you're at. It's a very large stables. It's only about a 10-minute walk. And probably where you're meeting everyone.
Yeah.
So you guys go down there?
Yeah.
Attain Barclay, Nala, were you? Is that where you were heading?
Yeah, I'll go with them.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Barclay and Attain and Nala, as you approach the stables, you get a very strong smell of soaked hay, probably urine, and the sweat of horses and and beasts of burden like mules and such that have been pulling carts and wagons and God knows what else from the further parts of Victoria. It is being managed. There must be room for maybe 100 horses or at least 100 beasts in this huge stable, and there is about 50 people pottering around the backwards and forwards, and they're moving horses into the stables. There is where the L-shaped building is. You can see that's the admin side of it, and people are paying goods and they're putting stuff down. It's got a very similar vibe to when you guys came in on the ship and how busy the dock was and people unloading. You've now got a very similar theme before you, but this time they're getting pulled off the back of wagons and carts, and the horses are being shipped into the stables, and the carts are being pulled round by people, so they're unhooking the horses and such, and then they're pulling the wagons and that by hand, and the horses are being put into the stables, and lots of people who definitely seem like they are the stereotype merchants. Their clothing's pretty decent, whether it be travelling or ready to sit and look decent. There's a couple of gold being put on it, and there's a queue basically talking to several people sat behind desks, taking names, taking payment, and it's all very, very chaotic, organised affair. So it feels very chaotic, but you can see there's an element of organisation to it. There is a Goliath with a long black ponytail, and he is it's a bald head, and at the back his hair is dark, and he's got a braided ponytail that hangs down. He's in soft leather. He's in a soft leather chest piece that is that fits him quite well. He's naturally thick with muscle, being a Goliath, and handling the beasts a fair amount, walking around, has no weapons or anything, clearly supervising over the people going around and stuff. And people come up to him every now and then with a bit of parchment for him to sign, and then they bugger off again. And he notices Nala and Barclay coming towards him, and he just steps forward to greet you before you get too close to the horses that are coming across. There's 2 white horses that are being led to the stables behind you. Well, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, man.
Here, man. From the south, I believe.
That'd be right.
He looks at Nala. Long way from home.
A little.
You want a horse?
We were looking for maybe a horse and cart.
How big do you want the cart?
There's going to be 5 of us.
5 of you. I've 2 horses to pull it. Where are you going? How far? How are you getting them back? Do you need one of my handlers to take them at the other end?
Return?
Well, we're going to Bronzefalls.
Oh, Bronzefalls.
Yeah.
9 to 11 days. You coming back?
Yep. Not too sure what our onward plans are. Do you have a drop-off point up there?
Yeah, I can have them. If you drop them off at Bronzefalls, dwarven chap by then, he just calls himself Beard. Very strange. I've tried to get his real name out of him for years.
Calls himself Beard. All right.
He's an imaginative chap. But yes, just paid one way.
Mhm.
He'll have them returned.
Grand. All right. That sounds good.
How much?
75 gold.
Are we definitely wanting the cart?
Look, it's all the same to me. I can walk it, but
Bronzefalls is a long way on foot.
I'm gonna like move up closer to him and just go, "Hey, man, can't you help out 2 of your friends here? You know, bit of a discount to help out 2 lovely ladies that want to get across country. I mean, we're dropping them off and everything, and they'll be cleaner by the time they get back." Their persuasion, something
Yeah.
yeah.
Look at that, Dave's preset himself. You know what I mean?
So I'm rolling 2d20. I'm picking, is it the least or the most? What is it?
No advantage. Just a straight roll, mate.
Just 1d20.
Yeah.
I got 15 on the roll, and the persuasion is 6. So 21.
He looks at you. He looks at the half elven Attain. Looks at the life Nala.
Look desperate, girls. Come on. Don't let you need it.
Seeing as it's you, 67 gold.
Can't say further than that.
He puts his big hand up.
I put the money in his big hand.
He wears it up and he's like, pleasure doing
It's
business
there.
with you. Wow. Yes. Alex, and he calls across. Young lad comes over. Half elven. Yes. 5-person wagon, 2 horses. Going to be gone 11 days. Bronzefalls. Rig it up. Bring it around the front. Yes, boss. Will do. And Alex, bless him, little blonde-haired, tanned, looks about 10. Just goes running off to the stables, and you can see him amongst all the people. He starts doing his business. Doing his business. I mean, he's getting the horses ready. He's not doing his business.
Thank you for clarifying that one.
Some people got kids. Some people got dogs. Some people got cats. There's a lot of business. So, what are you doing? As this is after you guys are doing that, Argan and Malzef, you potter up and you see them talking to a large Goliath. Nala gives him a pouch of gold, and then he wanders away, as does a young lad.
So,
Are you going to take some of this food? Jeez.
I've already got half of it. You're
Yeah, but it's in your bag.
Alright. Nala. Take the
What's
there's
up?
some food. We got some food.
Alright, cool.
Could you? Argan is struggling, and I'm not exactly one to help.
I try and catch one with my foot.
How many have you got there?
8.
You've got 8.
Yeah. Thank you for questioning me and not helping me or anything.
It's funny seeing you struggle.
Wow.
You're gonna regret that.
As you guys are sharing out your rations smoothly without any fuss whatsoever.
I take them off you.
You see two elves from the ship. They're in their armour. It's like they're like half plate armour with a laird. You recognise them as the 2 guards that were at the side when you came up the gangplank.
Mm-hmm. I nod to them.
They nod, and they are speaking with. They're at the front of the queue and they're speaking to some of the people sat there. They hand over 2 very large sacks, which you can only assume are gold.
Mm-hmm.
And this person stands up who took the gold, comes round and leads them round the back of the stables. About 10 minutes pass, and they come out with 2 large people carriers wagons. So 2 horses pulling people carrying carts. So they've got a door, a roof, 4 walls, and they're very well paid for. The 2 horses pulling the first one are jet black, strong beasts. Even for, Miles, if you're used to seeing more slender horses down in the desert, these guys are a bit thicker. Not tall, but thick. And then the second similar wagon comes in, not as well paid for, but very similar. It's a people carrying wagon, and the horses are grey. And they just come out, and the two guards are with them. You then see or hear a bit of a commotion. You turn around, and the market square, the people in the market square up by the Gecko Fountain are moving to the side as entourage comes through, and you can see it's led by the warrior that was stood at Lady Akiko's side in the full plate dark green armour and robes. His helmet is off and it's hanging by his side attached to his belt. You can now see that his hair is pulled tight back, no top knot, just straight back, and his black beard, and he's holding himself prim and proper. And then you see the other caster and guards at the side. Lady Akiko's in the middle, her handmaidens with her servants are around her again, and there are 2 warriors at the back and another 2 casters that you never saw before further down, or not boxing her in, but giving a bit of an outer ring to her. And they make their way to the stables. As they approach, the large Goliath gentleman steps forward to greet said warrior, and they have a conversation. He nods. There's a lot of nodding. Big Goliath comes back, and his people have moved other people out of the way, so there's a straight path to the 2 wagons. And as they're walking past, Lady Akiko nods to yourselves. The lead warrior looks at Nala, just gives her a very slight tilt of his head. They keep walking. Lady Akiko climbs into the more expensive looking wagon with the 2 black horses, and her handmaiden gets in with her. A servant steps up to drive it, and the main warrior, the main guard, stands waiting while everyone takes position. Most of the servants go into the second wagon, and then the guards position themselves around it. There are no extra horses, so it appears that they will be walking alongside of the 2 wagons, and they're ready to go. The young lad Alex comes back to let you know that your wagon's ready whenever you want to get it, and he just points across, and it's a flat cart where people can sit on like benches in the back of the cart, and it's just been pulled by a pretty aged looking beast, but a proud animal, and blue in colour, so like a grey. It's like a I don't really know how to describe it. It's like grey and white with a blue sheen.
Yeah, blue.
Yeah, blue. Yeah,
Yeah, blue horse.
Blue, white.
blue horse.
Mm.
Yeah, I go up to the horse and kind of like, shrug his head.
He sort of looks at you and then bites towards you, but not aggressively. Just enough to be like, this is my wagon.
I'm now communicating with the horse. Yes, it is your wagon.
Barding on another level.
Bad
So,
on it.
while you're up in there,
Alright.
while he's introducing that, the handmaiden comes out and she comes up to you and she's like, Lady Akiko, if you please take the lead, and then my lady and her entourage will follow behind.
All right. We better load up, get going.
Has anyone got like experience riding carts?
No.
Yep, I can ride carts.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, man.
No, I think you're going to be out at the back, in the back.
If Attain and Barkley are up front, we'll all jump in the back.
Perfect.
It means I can keep an eye.
So
On the,
now
on
that
stuff.
Argan, Malzef, you're in the back of the wagon, Barclay and Latin, you're driving it, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's about 9:30, 9:45. It's pretty warm. It's a Tory. You're used to that raw heat. Even at this time of morning, you can feel the sun's up having a go at you. And you set off, and the pathway is hard packed. It's not man-made, but it's well trodden.
Right.
There's not much grass leading out of Tool because of the heat. It's quite a dry area, and you are following it. You'll follow the path south west. Path goes off to the southwest. You spend the majority of the first day. Barclay, give me a animal handling check.
Oh, I've got one in that. 14 altogether.
14. That's not bad. Do.
It's not bad for one, isn't it?
Oh, not bad, lads. Not bad.
I'm all right.
Fucking
I'm
whisper.
all right. Can handle it.
So, the proud blue veteran horse. He's trying to give Barclay a bit of shit. Like, I'll move when I'm ready to move. Barclay just leans forward, gives him a rub on the flanks, leans back in the seat, gives a little, not tug of the reins, just a little, I've got hold of him now, let's go.
Yeah.
And the horse sets off and starts pulling. Now you all have a little bit of a jerk as you start cracking on. The two wagons behind you. Go on, Sam.
I'll not stand ready, but I'll have my bow not on my back.
You'll stand ready.
I'll just out, like on the boat of the Ravenholm boat, they had the bow and the arrows, like.
Ah, yeah.
Like ready.
You're aware. You're keeping yourselves on guard, yeah.
Mhm.
So you start cracking on. First day is real simple. It bobbles along the scenery, passes by the landscape. It's quite wide. It's quite mountainous. Is Etoria. So the roads are again dry. It's not a very grassy place. Barclay seems to be in control of the wagon. You've probably not used that many wagons to know how smooth a ride he's giving you, but none of you are crying your eyes out.
Give him a smooth bloody ride.
Smooth ride, mate. Smooth ride.
Smooth ride.
King of the fucking road, mate. You know what I mean?
To be fair, Ada, just like to be a bit cocky with my bardness as well. When it gets to like the straight bits, I know well easy. I want to use me unseen servant to take the reins, and I'm just going to start playing the drums for a bit.
What a guy.
You know what I mean? Give it a
So-
bit of music to this bit.
As it comes out and you get to a bit of a straight bit, and Argan, Malzef, Nala, you sat in the back. Attain's just sort of looking around, taking in the sights. She looks to her right, and there is what does your unseen servant look like?
It's unseen.
Oh, yeah, it's unseen. Yeah, it's invisible.
Are they invisible or are they just?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Even better.
You can
So-
see if you've got like the feet, they can see invisible things. Or if you've got the spell, they can see invisible. Then you can see an outline or something. But to everyone else, it's invisible.
Cool. I'll tell you what. For next session, guys, I'll learn rules.
I've taught you a rule. There you go.
Yes, that's you can come again, lad.
Brought something to the game.
Attain, you look to your right, and you see the Rain's just hovering like this, in control of it, and you look over your shoulder. Malzef, Nala, and Argan are like, all right, Barkley, as he sits down, pulls off the steel drum and starts playing one out.
As not to be outboarded.
Going to competition there.
5 weeks with no combat, and this is our first fight. It's going to be a bad one.
Get a tiny ukulele out.
So, Barkley's on the steel drums.
Yeah. As soon as you bring that up, I'll give you the bard nod of Brick. Let's do it. Let's get this on. Let's go.
Argan starts cracking off a ukulele tune, and go on then. What are you doing?
I turn to Attain. I'm like, it is about to go down.
Barkley, what are you doing? Give me a description of the tune you are playing on your steel drums.
Okay. So yeah, it's going to be like the classic Caribbean kind of thing, but as I go along, it's just going to get faster and faster, and just kind of get like kind of like fiddle thing going so fast and get it to show how like good I am on it.
Okay. Argan,
Caribbean.
what are you doing on the ukulele?
I shall Julian banjo.
Nice.
The best I can. Essentially, that's what's going on.
Yeah, we're doing a duel of banjos here, but a drum.
And a ukulele.
But with a drum. Oh my god.
Right.
It's on.
So, both of you roll performance checks.
Challenge accepted.
Jesus Christ! I should have rolled initiative. It'd have been even better.
Well, I rolled a 4 on my dice. I got
He's
8.
done it.
I'm
He's
not
got it.
keeping it going.
So what did
He's
you
got
get,
it.
Barkley? What did you get total?
8 altogether.
Argan.
17.
Woohoo!
Oh!
So as you start rocking out the Caribbean, it's nice and plinky and plonky, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is pretty relaxing." And you start going, and then it's a little bit. Hang on. None of this is actually falling in tune. He's just he's just face planting a fucking tin of beans, like. And then Argan's been staring at you, just like ding 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 ding, ding 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 ding, and then he notices that this guy doesn't have a clue what he's doing. From which one Argan's like shrugs his shoulders and he's like, right, bit of war block Betty coming up. Argan stands up, 1 foot on the back of the wagon. Your unseen servant still rocking out the control of the wagon, and just starts going for it on his ukulele. You stop playing the drums, and even you're like, oh well, fuck.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
That'll be,
At that very point, when it all happens, I'll kind of like turn around and go, "Oh God, potholes!" and then jump back onto the thing and take it off me. And
see.
I'm out.
Oh, he's planted to the beat.
I know when I've been beaten. I'm out.
We all know it. We all know.
I'm not worthy.
I rolled a 4. Thanks for coming, Dave.
Yeah. I got the first. I showed you how you lose it. You know what I mean? I'm showing you everything tonight.
Cool. So, you're back in the driver's seat. Carries on. It's past midday. You stop for something to eat. You get your dry rations. The elves keep themselves to themselves, and as soon as it's time to stop, the 2 wagons pull both to one side of the to the road, just in case others are coming up, and they set out. The servants come out and they set out a very posh picnic, is the best way of describing it. And Lady Akiko comes out and they have a shade. They build like a very makeshift gazebo for her to keep the sun off her. And they enjoy what appears to be a very nice day. The handmaiden, she comes over to you and she offers a water skin, and it is like water, but with a taste it. You will see. And she offers it to Lady Attain first.
Okay, take a swig.
You drink it. It is like drinking ice water, like literally straight from the lakes of death, but in a nice way.
What? Hey, that's a terrible description of a drink. Never become a marketer for water.
I've seen what you lot drink, mate. It's nothing, right?
I would like to say there's more brands of water out there.
The death water.
Water.
I'm a big fan of tap. So yeah,
Very refreshing, thank
it's
you.
incredibly cold. Anybody else?
Yeah.
I would give it a go.
I'll take a drink.
You take a drink. Right, now that you take a drink, Malzef, as you take a drink, you feel a conflict within, and you require a Constitution save.
Terrible idea.
Oh.
I got a 11.
Well, it tastes like water, but it is freezing. And as it hits the back of your throat and you feel it come down into your stomach, your internal fire tries to push it back, and there is a very, very awkward moment where you sort of.
Oh god.
It really is death water, and I pass it really quickly to Argon.
And then you just let out this almighty burp.
Honest to God.
After he does that, I'm not touching any. I'm like,
if I take the water ski, can I just kind of like chuck it down behind my shoulder?
Sleight of hand.
Oh, don't.
Oh.
You're about to defend some elves.
Because I'm a lucky man.
Oh no.
Are you using luck?
Yes.
Well, you've declared it now. I got a 2, so you carry on.
you're lucky.
It's okay. It's okay. I got a 12.
Cool. I
But
still
it
got
cost.
a 2. The
Watch him get nailed in combat later now.
she doesn't notice. She's like, oh, he obviously likes him. So there's only Barclay not drink it. She offers it to Barclay. Would you care for a drink?
I'm declining. I got my own water, love. Don't worry about me.
Oh, okay. And
Everything is everything.
She nods. We will be back on the road within 15 minutes. And she goes back. They all pack up pretty, like really, really carefully pack up. It's at speed, but it's very soft and carefully put away into the wagons and stuff. Lady Akiko gives a small wave to you all as she climbs back into her wagon. And you're off again. Again, the day passes. So the way the road comes down, you go southwesterly, and then it will eventually turn to come southerly. As you are going towards that bend, you can see the mountains that are towards the northern coast of Vitoria, and you're almost headed towards them before you take a left to come south. You spend the day staring at such a vast mountain range. Malzef Mountains are they're not new to you. It's not like, wow, a massive piece of rock. But
I've not seen them like this.
being a desert dweller, it's not that many mountains. Nala, you live and breathe it. Not that impressive. Big hills with stones on them as far as you're concerned. Argon, most of the geographical areas of Ravenholm are deliberately altered to be more efficient in keeping the wall and those beyond it at bay. It's very nice. It's very warm. It cools down slightly towards the evening. Nothing happens majorly. No one comes and speaks to you. They just leave you ahead of the pack. Barclay's doing a cracking job. It comes to night time, or towards the falling of the evening, and the horses are tired. The elves are walking alongside of the wagons. No half elf is walking alongside of the wagon. They are the servants, and they are in the wagons. And the elves just seem to be dealing with it really well. They're still upright. They're still striding next to the wagons. There appears to be no give in their endurance. They stop again, pull over, set up. There is a small camp set up. A white TPS type tent is put up. The gazebo again over it to add more shade for the morning sun when it rises. And Akiko is led straight in there. She has no word with yourselves whatsoever. And the warrior in the full plate armour stands guard. The other guards do guard stuff. And
Guard.
the servants set up a group tent for themselves. And they set up a group tent for you lot.
Yeah, because we didn't bring a tent.
So you comes to the evening meal. This time the handmaiden comes over. You may eat with us this evening, if you so wish. It will be nicer, I believe, than your fruits and nuts.
Bill,
Is there a custom we should follow, or should we know anything before we eat?
The lady will not be present, and the customs on such an evening will be left outside the circle of the campfire.
Perfect. Then, I don't know about you, but I will join you.
I'll go with Malsef to keep him alive.
Well,
I'll go with them too to keep him alive.
I'll be happy to share a meal with
I'm going for the fun of it.
I wonder where all this will go, and then I was like, fucking hell. So, you all go sit around the campfire. All the guards and the caster guards that you saw before form a circle around the two wagons, the horses, the camp, everything, like a very large circle. The servants sit away from you at their own campfire, and there is a campfire made for yourselves, the handmaiden, and the dark-skinned elf from before. She is not in her armour. She still has her sword at her hip, but she is in a half, as it comes across her chest, it's half white and half silver, like robe that's fitted and tied with a sash. She has a belt for her blade to hang from, and she sits upon a log. Like, it's quite strange. Like the rest of the servants are sat on cushions. But where they are, the handmaiden sits on a cushion, but the dark-skinned elf just sits on a log. She has no armour on. Her hair is not tied up as it was before. It's loose about her features. And she's just sat and she's eating. She's got a small wooden plate in front of her, and she's eating fresh meat, it appears. Not the dried stuff yourselves are eating. And next to her is a larger plate, like an oval-sized plate. Has a fair amount of fresh meat on it.
Sorry, Ed, is that the dark skins?
It is.
Yeah. But she's not got any armour on or like weapons.
She has her longsword, her curved longsword at her hip, but she has no armour on.
It's probably not a good idea.
What assassin!
No.
No, just to start on her a bit.
About
No.
25 feet, 30 feet from you is Lady Akiko's tent, and outside it is the full-plated warrior. And he has his helmet on this time. He's just stood completely stoic. The handmaiden says, please, enjoy the meats and drink as you will.
I grab some meat.
You grab some meat. It is warm, it's well cooked, it's juicy. It's like the mead halls beyond the Pride Mountains that you visited maybe once or twice.
I say thank you.
The dark-skinned elf says, you are very welcome.
Yeah, I'm munching away on lots of meat.
Passes the meats all around.
Yep.
May I make a request, entertainer? The dark-skinned elf's looking at you, Argan.
Yeah, sure. Anything for you, my lady.
I am not a lady, but can you play the song you played on the ship?
I will try my best.
Why does the Goliath laugh?
It's the way you said a certain sentence there.
Wow.
Oh, Argon, your face then was a picture.
Childish.
I'm not childish.
Not
I was,
and she sort of sits dead straight. She's like, "Look, if you're going to mock me, I don't."
no. I'll play the song. Play the song. Any particular part you like? The Incy Wincy Spider part, or the?
I did enjoy the spider being washed down the spout.
Well, okay. Even though it's nothing to do with that, but yeah, okay. It's a deep song. If you ever listen.
The boy losing his pet spider is very.
It is a long spout as well.
Well, yeah, it's a long, very drawn out, sad moment. Well, okay. I begin to play the Incy Wincy Spider, Raven Home Edition. That if I roll well, will bring a tear to the eye.
There are other nursery rhymes. We are not sponsored by. So you roll a performance with advantage.
Thank God. Needed that advantage.
Wow.
I'm just waiting for that. As I'm a lucky man.
I got a 16, AD. I got a 16.
Cool. He starts playing the song again. She closes her eyes. So you start it and she's paying attention to you, and then she closes her eyes and she's listening to the part where the rain falls the heaviest in the song. And she's just almost in a meditative state. Just relaxing. You could you visually see her like slump. She's no longer stiffened and on guard, and her eyes have closed. The handmaiden is just on her cushion, just rocking away, like backwards and forwards. Not rocking away, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Is there a seat? Is there a seat next to the dark skin?
Yeah, she's on a log. She's on a. Sorry, the log's laid down. It's not a stump. It's laid down, so you could probably get 3 or 4 on it.
Oh yeah, I'm going to sit next to her.
You sit next to her.
Yeah.
As soon as you sit next to her, she awakens and looks at you.
I give her a wink.
She gives you the smallest smile ever.
I'm getting there. I've gone from threats to a smile. That's not too bad.
Cool.
By the end of this journey, my lady, I swear, I got a better smile than that.
So, you during the night, a wagon passes on the road. It is similar to the one you're on, and it is being steered, and there are 4 being sat in the back. These dwarfs, so the 5 dwarfs on this wagon, and they just come past and they're heading towards Tull. As they're coming past, they see you all. They slow down as the song's going on.
Yeah.
And you just say, "Aye, lad, Raven home." And off they carry on.
Aye, lads, Raven home.
And they just carry on. You all sat down for the evening, I'm assuming. You all sat down for the evening, sleep. The handmaiden lets you know that there'll be no need for watches as you're very well protected. But please don't take offence. We won't take offence if you wish to.
I think we should cash in on the night's sleep, lad.
I think so.
Ladies.
Especially you, Moses. Especially you.
I'm still feeling pretty tired.
Exactly.
You did do a very remarkable thing, Malda.
If remarkable is the word.
Not many people do what you did.
Again, I cannot thank you enough for what you all did. But yes, I will retire. Thank you. And then I head straight into the town.
Cool. So you all retire for the night. You sit. It doesn't take you too long. It's very peaceful out here. It's still quite warm. The night goes away. You can hear movement ever so slightly of the guards outside. It's very, very quiet, peaceful. Boom, gone. The morning sun rises. There is breakfast for all. The handmaiden comes in and gets you all and presents breakfast again. You don't see the dark-skinned elf with this lot, you see her as part of the guard entourage going around the camp now. She's now back in her armour. The tents get packed up. You're back on the road within about half an hour of having breakfast and getting on. And Barclay jumps back up, gives a bit of a scruff to the horse, and you set off again. Come midday, you're now not. Barclay will know this. You've probably got another day or two before it bends in the road and goes south.
Right. I relay the message back to these guys.
Go. Throughout the day, there is a more relaxed feeling from those behind you, and the guards now bring it up a bit, so they're pretty much behind your wagon instead of standing further back. So they've spread the love, as it were.
Oh, that's nice.
That's very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
You notice that one of them is a caster, one of them is a warrior, and they're just kind of stood with your thing. Lunchtime comes again. You're left to eat your dried nuts and meats, your ration packs.
I give some to the horse.
You give some to the horse. The horse eats lovely. You can feel it. Feel his thick, wet lips on your hand and his tongue, and then his big teeth.
Thick, wet lips.
Oof, oof. Don't do anything to the horse. I'll get banned.
I want description. No, I'm joking. Carry on.
Fade to black. Just say it. Fucking reprobate.
Damn!
Fucking
I'll
bars.
smack you.
You cannot trust bars.
I will actually smack you.
So
Send it in the mail, Noodle.
Cyber smack.
Argon lights a candle. Date night happens again. Mr. Egg loves it.
No.
It's a beautiful ceremony. The child, we shall call him Centaur. And you move on with your lives.
Everyone lives happily ever after.
All that happened in 3 minutes. Well done, Ivan.
And all of that.
Wakes up from the daydream.
Turns out he's actually a warlock. So you all crack on for the rest of the day. You're now at the second evening. There is a vibe of relaxation this time. The warriors, there's less of them on guard. They come and sit and eat together. They start stripping their armour. There's less of a guard for that evening. And this time Lady Akiko joins the evening meals. Now that everyone's relaxed, there's only two people on guard, and that is the head guard and the Avriel elf with the black wings. And they are walking a perimeter of the camp. It's set up the same. Everyone else is sat in small clumps. There's like 3 or 4 fires set. Lady Akiko, she has no campfire near where she's sat, but she still has a gazebo over her, even though it's coming nightfall. And she's just sat, and she's in very, I'd like to say travel gear, but the amount of money and the amount of gold spent on this travel gear is ridiculous.
Fancy travel.
Yeah, it's fancy travel gear. It's never seen travel in its life. But
Has it got like 2 extra pockets on the legs?
yeah,
It's not even useful.
It's like cargo travel. It's cargo
kind of
fancy.
macaroon. And, yeah, she's sat talking with the handmaiden, and a couple of the guards come in. They're very respectful and they're talking to her, and everyone's putting off. You have your own little fire built again. The servants set off by themselves. Sat with you is the Gurash elf, the heavy set elf. And his hair's tied, his hair's hanging down. It's not tied up in any strange thing. And again, he's just eating meats. They seem to be quite fond of the meat, do these elves? Everyone's fond of meat. There'll be no vegans in Colossus. Just as a spoiler for those following us on this journey.
I think I'll find my race area vegans.
I think you'll find, Dave, that when we refer to the Age of Darkness, that was the extermination of
And there we are, gentlemen. There we're going to.
You know when you briefed me, you went, you can add a little bit in, you can add a little bit of flavour if you want, like to your race and stuff. Sorry, Eddie.
That shit's getting retconned, I tell you right.
Damn retcon. Damn.
So Barclay just feasts upon the Yeah, so it's a very similar evening to the night before. The dark-skinned elf, you notice. Give me a perception check, Argan.
Can I have a
13.
perception?
13.
13. Okay. While she's chilling out, as it were, with the others, you see her. She moves over and sits with the servants for about an hour. And while she's talking to the servants, she maybe glances your way twice. But if you try to make eye contact, she carries on talking to the servants. She doesn't like duck ahead in embarrassment. She just doesn't make eye contact if you try.
The seed has been planted.
Katie, can I do a perception check? See if I notice that.
You
Do
can.
something.
Go for it, but
You get that tin of beans out, Barkley, I swear.
You can play some Barry White on those drums.
I got 17 on the.
yeah, you notice that while she's the servants, while she's talking with them, are very like receptive of her, like she's one of them type thing, and she's sat there. When she does go to sit with them, she puts her sword behind her. So when she sits on the log, it's behind her, resting on the log, rather than at her hip. Everywhere else she sits, it's on her hip.
How far away am I from her?
From her, about 40 feet. 30,
All right,
40 feet.
I'm going for a piss.
Okay.
I'm getting up. I'm walking off for a piss, but in that direction.
Okay.
So I'm at least 30 foot, and then I want to do detect thought.
Detect thoughts.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's cracking out the roleplay skills.
You told me to use my stuff, Eddie. You said I'll use it. Don't make me.
That does not sound like Fireball, I'm just saying. So go on then,
I have not seen a creature in this coming at me angry in about 15 hours.
I can make it look like a fireball if you want.
Does she have to do a save, mate? Or is it?
Hang on a sec. Says it's a whiz 14, so it's a wisdom 14 attack save.
She fails. With a
Nice,
3.
cool. Well, I'm targeting her first with it because it lasts for a minute. So I'm gonna basically, if I go past the surface thought, she can do a test to see if she can notice it. But if I just do a surface thoughts, she won't notice it.
So you just notice her surface thoughts. She is very intrigued by the human entertainer.
Right. That's what the kind of combo is going on.
There's a curiosity to him.
Yeah, that's what she's thinking.
Yeah.
All right, cool. As I carry on for a piss, I want to try and get in range of the high elf woman, the one the lady is in charge.
Oh, Lady Akiko. Okay.
Yeah.
She's probably, as you walk around, pissing everywhere.
I'm walking. I'm not here. That's too close to that camp. Oh, I'll do it over here. Oh,
You could,
that good bush.
you could probably get as close as you needed to, unless you were threatening.
30 foot, you know what I mean? I'm just going for a piss, lads.
Yeah. So you get within 30 foot of Lady Akiko.
Yeah. We're gonna Patrick Stewart her.
Fireball.
We're gonna fireball her.
Are you doing it again?
Yeah, I'm doing it on her basically. I'm trying to read her surface thoughts.
What is it? Wisdom?
14.
Nothing.
Nothing. Blank. Well, that says a lot.
It's not even. You're trying and she's resisting. As soon as you cast it, you get nothing. Absolute black.
All right, I know a weak link. Our guards. Yeah. They can't be as good as there.
Is this an at will spell?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
lovely.
right,
Lovely. Fucking 3.5 hours of him fucking over that
You better start writing some thoughts down, mate.
Don't worry. I'm the fucking Wingmaster 5000, mate.
What are these guards thinking? A bit disgruntled.
Are you just going around every guard?
Well, the ones around her, and then I'll come back. It's only lasts a minute, so you know, I mean, I'll have a quick few seconds of thoughts to try and grab something.
Was it Wiz 14?
Yeah.
Well, there's one.
Might get some juicy goss. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So from the winged elf with the black wings and the head guard, you get nothing, but you get nothing from them in a resistant way, not like Lady Akiko where it was just black.
Right, she's just dead inside, obviously.
Is she really there? Who knows?
Exactly.
From the handmaiden that serves Lady Akiko,
yeah, they're good ones.
Her immediate surface thoughts are fear. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
And then the high elf, caster, she is what's the word? She's anxious.
Anxious. Is she saying what she's anxious about? Is she giving any indication?
She's anxious about the scenario you're in.
Oh, about us travelling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so she's on it.
The servants. Are you doing the servants?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do a couple of servants as well. Especially ones that are always around.
Their surface thoughts are, this will be a one-way trip. But there's no fear in it. There's no panic. It's an acceptance that it's one-way trip.
Okay.
That's what you get collectively off the 8 servants.
Yeah. That's okay. So we've got a handmaiden who's terrified and servants that are apparently willing to commit seppuku or something. I don't know.
Oh, servants won't be getting no seppuku.
It's too good for them.
They get a brick
All that. Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Cool. I'll finish my Olympic piss and go back to.
4.5 minutes.
I'll comment on it. Oh, I feel so much better now. Feel a lot lighter.
So unless you're doing anything for the evening, the evening will finish very much as it did the night before. Yeah, I'll take that as here.
Yeah.
So the evening finishes as it did before. You all go to sleep, etc., etc. You feel a. Give me a perception check.
21.
Oh, 18.
18.
Okay.
13.
19.
I must say, that's a great smoke machine you got there, mate. It really adds to the mood.
Just to clarify, that is tobacco for all you young'uns out there.
Yeah.
16 that.
I'm not on the vapes yet.
What did you get, Noodle?
16.
16?
Yeah.
Cool. So everyone but Nala. Nala, you're out cold. It's real dark outside, so it's early hours of the morning, like pitch black. Somebody approaches the tent real close to the door, pauses, and then walks away.
Oh, I'll jump out. Hey man, what's he doing?
You jump out. Fucking
Yeah. Can't be coming up to my
in his undies.
Fireball.
I've got my crossbow out. I'm not fucking about.
Right. As you jump out.
Yeah.
So as Barclay gets up and jumps out, straight out the tent, you see the dark-skinned elf there in all her armour.
I stick my head out.
Saying you see the dark-skinned elf there in all her armour.
I'll turn to Attain and go, Attain, I think that one's for you. Go on, lad. And I get back in the tent. I'm sorry,
She just nods.
but I'll give you this for free. She's well into your man.
Okay.
I roll my eyes. Can I help you? Is everything all right?
I'm just doing my patrol.
Everything quiet?
It is.
Do you want a hand with the patrol? I need to stretch my legs anyway.
Oh, you out as well, yeah?
I've shoved him out. Like, got back.
Oh, no bed. Someone's here.
I'll say it. I'm his wingman. You know what I mean? I'm sorting him out.
You want a tin of beans? So yeah.
I'm going back to bed then.
Cool. Argan, give me a perception check with disadvantage. Persuasion check with disadvantage.
As I'm a lucky man.
With disadvantage, for fuck's sake. I want to get my end away, so I don't care for attack by a dragon.
Persuasion. Persuasion.
At disadvantage, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Luck, and luck by the looks of it.
So 18.
Just. You may join me if you so wish.
Sure. Let me get my a 10 from my bow.
Middle of fucking night. Middle.
It's all right, Eddie. I've got him. I'll swing it out. I've got him.
I don't want to stereotype, mate, but you've got an accent on you. I'm just saying.
Well played, Barkley. Well played.
So, Argan, you lot just go back to sleep, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She goes on a. She starts taking you on a patrol of the camp, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
She does a white. She walks through it in like a figure of eight, and then walks around it twice. She doesn't say anything to you.
I try and strike up a comment. Nice weather we're having.
She looks at you and just raises an eyebrow that I can't do. So imagine it, you come.
So, how did you get into this bodyguarding thing?
I was born into it.
Are you good at it? I mean, not a pry. I mean, are you a good warrior?
The lady is alive, is she not?
Yeah. I mean, like good swordsman-wise, you know. I see you've got a very, very fancy sword.
I am adept.
Adept. Perhaps I'll see you fight at some point. Probably fighting me. I'm terrible at fighting, so you'll probably win.
I do not wish to fight you, human. Although the servants speak of you as a watcher of Ravenholm.
Yeah.
Mentioned on the ship.
I am, yes. I am on my. There's a thing called a walk, where a young watcher has time to breathe in some free air.
She steps in real close to you. What is this? And she points at your Pandora bracelet.
It's a reminder, and I push it away.
You push it away?
No, not her away.
All right.
No, I push it away, like
hush it.
Yeah. Sorry, it's an old thing. Well, fairly recently, but it's not. What nice weather we're having.
Why do you avoid my question?
It's not something I'm particularly proud of.
So, are the knights of Ravenholm as inspired with prowess as they say?
The whole of Heroes is definitely somewhere we want to be. The greatest warriors of Ravenholm reside there. Through feats and through greatness, they are immortalized in the Hall of Heroes.
She starts walking again. Hands are behind her back now, and not on her sword hilt. I would one day like to see the warriors of Ravenholm.
Yeah, they're a bit of they're not as entertaining as me. They're kind of boring.
She gives you the eyebrow again.
I mean that in the sense that they are very caught up in their work.
Do all your warriors wear these bracelets?
No. It's some just for me.
She just carries on walking. So you spend the night doing the patrol with her, unless you leave. And the patrol quickly gets taken over at about just the first rays of sun come over. Thank you, Argan, for the company. And she just gives you a nod, and she heads off to the tent that was bought for the guards.
See you tomorrow, my friend.
You just see her sort of like half look over her shoulder, and she disappears into the tent. You make your way back to the to your tent, and you go in. These are all sat there, like, "Whoa, tell us everything."
Arkin, I have not slept at all.
I'm snoring in the background.
Nothing.
So what we really want to know is, did you love the gob?
What?
Can you say
sorry,
that?
I'm not familiar with the of crawl. What is a lob? The goblin?
I mean, did you get the shift?
No.
I think I ticked mature content. I'm just saying.
No, that's not even remotely PG-13. Did you kiss her?
No, I didn't.
Oh!
I am
Rubbish,
I am without any stab wounds, so I was on my best behaviour.
Is she as nice as Lucy?
I don't look at her. She's very pretty. So was Lucy. I'm not talking down about Lucy.
I still think that Lucy is more wonderful, but I'm sure she is a nice.
Oh my god!
I'm sure she is a nice person.
We will see Lucy again when we go to Ravenheart. Perhaps. I don't know.
Undoubtedly. But regardless, what did you do?
We had a chat.
Yeah.
A
Chat?
talk. A chat.
Or
Not the chat. A chat.
is this something that
Barkley, you're trying to sleep. You can hear these lot.
Yeah. I got turn up. I got, hey man, he didn't get in it. Just go to sleep and turn over.
All right, sleep.
Right, so you slip. Go on,
Arkin,
man.
one more thing. One more.
Okay.
What you don't have long with her? Are you sure you can? What are you intending to do?
Yeah, you're breaking up, Eddie. What did you say?
What are you intending to do with her? We don't have long with her.
It's not a time thing. I'm generally making my time more interesting.
We have 9 days. How are you going to woo her?
Give me 3.
3 from now, or this is the second day?
No, from now, Malthus. Come on. I'm not.
All right. Sweeties.
You know, I don't have like a team of 6 people to help me on a date. You know, kind of thing.
I could help.
No, Malthus. Go to sleep.
Sweet dreams. 3 days.
Hey, look at the gap. It's probably going to be for like 9 days.
You go to sleep. As tiredness takes you.
Got to bloody sleep.
I passed out from exhaustion.
You get another 2 hours, I say, before the sun's fully up now. Fully scorching the morning land of Hatoria. Again, breakfast is served for everyone. It's all very polite and proper before you're back on the road again. You are approaching, as Barkley will inform you, what is known as the Southern Bend, which is where it takes you towards Bronzefalls, which will be the majority of the 6 or 7 days. It is about 11:30 in the morning. You've been on the road for another few hours. There is the guards have stepped back to guard in Akiko now, so they're no longer at the side of your wagon. They've all gone back to Akiko's wagon, and then the servant wagon behind. It comes to noon, and the dark-skinned elf, she comes up close We will be stopping for the middle of the day meal. I do not know what you call it, but very soon. And then she walks back. About an hour passes. noon. You start slowing down. Give me a perception check. Nala, Malzef, Argan.
Perception.
Yes.
A mighty 4.
Not one. I ain't losing a lot.
14.
Cool. You notice fuck all, you blind bastards. So, as you're pouring
Was it
along,
14?
yeah, 14's not a great number, love. You know?
It's better than 4.
It's a good number. Don't rip the number.
I
Just
cannot,
not good right now.
literally cannot deny your logic, love. Like, counting is better than the number before. But
My passive perception's pretty good.
what's your passive perception?
I have no idea, mate. It just said a number.
What's the number? What's the number?
Alright, let me have a look.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
17, mate.
17?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a passive perception.
Mine's 11.
Cool. Alright, in that case, Argan,
You see fireworks in the distance.
you notice one of the caster guards blow into a flute.
Well, like in a tune, or
Nope, they're not tune, they're too far back from you. They're guarding the servant. I think they just blow into a flute. You stop for food. The meals are set out again. You eat some of your rations. It's probably about 45 minutes an hour. So you're coming up 2 o'clock back on the road. Barclay's taking you. You can see in the distance the angle of the bend. All of you, give me a perception check.
16.
13.
12.
12. Noodle.
Just pulling up my character sheet there now.
21.
Damn.
Nice. 18.
Is it? Cool. You look up, Atene and Nala. You look up into the sky and there are 3 shapes. At first you just thought they were fast moving clouds, but this cloud moved real fast. Now they become a darkened shape, and as you see them coming towards the 3 wagons, they basically become like a bat-like shape. Within seconds, you notice 3 huge draconic-looking creatures. They're like brown scales, thick, leathery, like horn skin going back over their head. Their wings are broad with claws on them. They've got thick legs that hang behind them, and they are swooping down. Nala and Atene, you follow their trajectory as you see them come down. They're swooping at the 2 wagons further back from you. There is about 50 foot between you and the servant wagon. Lady Akiko's wagon and then the servant wagon. These 3 huge draconic-like creatures come smashing in. You obviously all see it now as they get closer, but Atene and Nala saw them first. They come smashing in to the sides of the wagons and barrel them over. So the servant one gets barreled over, the Lady Akiko's one gets barreled over, and the 2 of the guards at the front get barreled with it. The guards on the other side of the wagons come flying out of the way. There is a rush of people that come up from the ground, like they've had things over them, like cloth, so they've been hidden, and they come up. Estimate way over double figures, quite large scaled, more square scaled rather than the rounded scaled, and they go rushing the 2 wagons. The guards immediately engage. Their swords come out. As their swords come out, there is a grating of frost in the air as the swords come out. And they engage with these scaled creatures. As they're swinging, you see their blades are cutting through they're only taking like 1 or 2 slices, and they're cutting down these scaled attackers. The black feathered elf, the aerial elf, takes up into the air and casts lightning. Lightning comes crackling from his fingertips into some of these lizard folk or draconic scale folk, and burns a load of them. Burns a lot of them to a crisp. Instantly they're dying, but there just seems to be massive engaged in a fight. As you lot all begin to react, the lead warrior, the one in the full plate, he takes his sword out, and as he takes his sword out, there is a celestial harmony follows it out of its sheath, and you see the curved golden blade of his sword, and he turns to you, and with that he's got his full helmet on, and all of you hear in your mind, you don't hear the voices, defend yourselves. And Barclay, you see in front of you. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
No.
In front of you. Let me. Right, we're going to go all technical difficulty on you here.
On me?
No, all of you. Stay there. Don't move anywhere. Don't move. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm streaming like a pro here, guys. Like a pro. No, I'm not. No.
Right,
I'm back. It's not working. It's not working. Right, we'll do it old school. Do it old school. It's not working. Fuck it. There we go. You ready?
Done.
Oh, look at that for a bottom up. Jesus Christ.
Woohoo!
Right. Can I select myself? Oh, that's going to be bad. Yes. We will be working on this for next episode. But that will be the battle map. As the battle scene is not showing up. Showing up. Sorry, you'll have to go with that. I've got time for this technical malarkey. So, you see a huge scaled creature with a massive. This thing is about 12.5, 13 feet tall. Can't tell whether it's muscly or just covered in scales and hide. It's got a huge crocodile meets dragon face. It's got like the crest that goes over it. Its club is made of bone and spiked bone wrapped around it. Accompanying it,
Wait, it's got me.
it's got
Oh no.
these smaller draconic creatures. They're about 4 foot high. They're about 4 foot high, brandishing very similar weaponry, bow that's sharpened, and they are ahead of you in the path. You guys, so Tane and Barclay, and then we have you three back of the wagon. You'll have to imagine there's a wagon. Working on the minutes, guys.
Good. It's a work in progress. You can only get better.
So let me get the notepad out.
Can you pull the green sheet towards you just slightly? Yeah, there.
There you go.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect.
Teamwork.
That's it.
Right. It don't look too bad on my screen. Guys that were streaming today, do apologise. I'll try and sort out the way we do battles a bit better. We're still in the early stages. It's episode 2, man. God damn it.
That's it, man. Don't worry.
This large creature looks large.
Yeah, we can tell.
It's large and in charge.
You guys are in your... so as we go through, the large one, the creature, that's Nala. This one is Malzef. This one is Argan. This one is a Tane. This one is a Tane. This one is Barclay. But don't worry, when you start spreading out, you'll know where you are. So, in the fucking beautiful words I've wanted to say for 2 fucking months, Mortal Kombat!
Come on.
Can I have your initiatives, please?
It's been long enough that I can't remember how initial.
Roll a d20, add your dex, basically.
I have
13.
gone
13 for Mark.
23.
Oh,
Yes.
shit. Because you're a lucky man.
No, because I'm dexterous as fuck.
But am I getting it wrong? I got an initiative box that says +9. Do I add that to the 20?
You
Or
know
am I-
it is.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Show off.
I have been outdone on dexterity.
I'm a dex.
9.
I'm a dex.
Uh,
I got
okay.
I got 20 altogether.
20.
Yeah.
Yep, same as
You got 20. A 10.
Altogether. My roll. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got a total of 20 as well.
Yeah.
Nala.
Okay.
21.
Oh,
Oof.
she's fucked up my list.
Can't we sort out the initiative so it works for AD, apparently?
What, you think this one about you?
Well, yeah.
I mean, we are the stars of the show.
Whatever gave you that bollocks idea?
Nothing, we just turn up and you showers for.
You're a good director, AD. You make them think lies. It's brilliant. I like what you've done there.
Manipulation, my friend.
That's it, man. It's good. Anyway, carry on. Didn't hear that.
So, now we've rolled initiative. I'm so happy.
Well, crack on, mate. We've got half an
Have you
hour.
missed this feeling, Eddie? Have you missed this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right. You guys are on your wagon. Your horses will be here. So, woo. Right. This little chippy here. So this creature comes forward and he's got his two sharp boned daggers. And he's got snarls.
He's got a higher initiative than 23. Is he deadly man?
Jesus!
Argon.
I ping the gentleman to the right of the monster in the front with an arrow. Yes.
Cool.
I got 18.
That hits.
And I do 7 points of piercing damage.
7.
Yep.
Seven points of piercing damage. Nice.
Because I'm pretty sure that one in front of us is going to get eaten by Nala.
Anything else?
I will ready, in case of someone being dropped unconscious, a healing word.
You can't ready a bonus action.
I can do nothing then, sir. Carry on.
Are you doing movement?
No, I'm saying that.
Cool. So that's Argon's score. No. Come on, Nala. This big
Yeah, sorry, my phone's playing up. Give me a second. Ah!
big fecker is you.
Yes, I'm gonna try and hit it.
Are you from there? What's your movement?
40. 40.
You can hit the first one. You won't make it to the others.
Okay, I'll attempt to hit the first one.
So you jump down. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I want to read.
Bonus action. Yay! Boom. You're in. You see before you this like 4 foot thick tailed lizard creature. He's covered in scars across his scales. So his scales are like a black meets green in the middle, but the scars are very pink. This creature has never been healed by magic. Any healing it's had is natural. And it's got 2 bone daggers in its hand. It's just looking at it. Roll 6.
21.
Yes.
Bananaed.
$13 damage.
13 damage.
Yeah.
Boom. Your huge great axe comes cleaving into it and tries to put the two daggers to block. But let's be honest, it's 4 foot. Your foot. You're about 250 pounds heavier than it. You crack him upside the head. Huge gash. You break some of his teeth, comes across his face. Still sort of like staggering. Do you not get another attack at level 5?
Yep.
Yeah, 2. Sorry. Yeah.
That's alright.
22.
22 hits. Oh, fucking goddamn. This is where we see the balance of Eddie the Jun. They get obliterated.
We haven't hit the big thing yet.
17 damage.
Maybe we shouldn't hit the big thing yet.
Axe comes round again and just smashes straight through. You cut it diagonally from his left shoulder to his right hip. And just obliterate it. Well, fuck. Wow, Barclay. You've just seen an arrow fly over your shoulder, and then you've seen the 8 foot, 300-pound Goliath barbarian jump down, run over to a 4 foot gecko on steps, and cleave it in half.
Epic. These guys are amazing. I'm glad I got these heroes around me.
So, Barclay, this is you with the assault rifle.
I'm the assault rifle. On my crossbow.
Yeah.
Is it my go?
It is your go, Barclay. It is your go.
Right. I'm going to use invisibility.
Ooh.
Yeah. Picking that off.
Cool. I will put this black box where you are.
Awesome.
Look at that.
And I'm gonna jump back into the cart. Well, actually, no. So I'm gonna jump it in front of the cart because I'm invisible.
Right, cool.
The opposite way, because it's the opposite way towards the other carts. I mean, like the elves and stuff.
The other carts are behind you. They're 50 feet away from you.
Behind us,
If
are
not
they?
a little bit more.
All right, cool. I'm gonna jump basically, kind of behind the carts.
Behind the carts. Okay. So you're invisible. You're invisible. Off map. I like it.
So yeah, that's me done.
Just shoot again.
I can only do one spell and a movement. Don't worry, I'll help you guys. Don't worry.
A 10. You see an arrow fly over you, a massive Goliath, and you see it just poof, disappears. And then you feel someone nudge past you as they go to the back of the car.
Okay. Are all these feckers looking at us? Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite aggressively coming towards the car. Like 2.5 seconds have passed.
Okay. I'm gonna pull knife and come up beside now, not in front of, beside the horse.
Okay. You jump down.
Mhm.
You come up beside the horse. You have
I'm not going to be able to.
You have 4
What?
squares left. You have 4 squares left to move.
Right. So I come up level with Nala. Or
Yeah, you could move up level with Nala.
Get behind her.
You could go behind the Goliath.
and use her as cover for a sneak attack in a future go.
Yeah, if you really wanted to.
The other thing is I could headbutt one. That's probably a bad idea. I shouldn't do that. I'm just going to go with Nala, I think.
Right next to her?
No, level with her.
What,
So-
here? Or do you want to be
I think-
closer?
Actually, move me over one closer.
Yep.
Mhm.
big guy. He will go about 15. And he will just roar loudly and intimidatingly. Give me a wisdom save. Becky, what's your intimidating presence? Was it wisdom?
I don't know what you mean.
You did it on your barbarian the other night. Hush.
I think it was 5.
No, it's resisting it. It's resisting it. You got it, Edward? You got it, Eddie?
I'm googling now.
Google.
It is a wisdom save.
Wisdom. So, all right, good. Yeah. I'm all over this rules bollocks. What of 14?
DC equals 8 plus your proficiency plus your charisma.
Alright, so 12.
So I need to roll a 12?
Yep, both of you. You and Attain. Wisdom's natural 20. Well,
yeah.
Attain
Wow.
didn't give a shit.
I got a 16.
Cool. So as it roars in your face,
That's
clearly
nice, Eddie.
trying to scare you, and you two will just sort of nudge each other and point and be like, "What's this dickhead doing?" He then stands ready with his club up. You see now that you can see he's about 5 feet taller than you and carrying substantially more weight. Right. That is Mr. Huge.
Mr. Huge.
Can we see Mr. Large Huge's soft spots? Are there any?
Well, you can see that his front is scaled across the shoulders and down across where his pectorals would be, and his stomach is less scaled, but does look quite thick, like a decent set of thick leather, but obviously a tummy.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
gentle lizard at the back comes about here. Yep. And shoots at Nala. Oh my god. 11, Nala. So an arrow whizzes over your shoulder and there's a green flash to it as it goes over your shoulder. This lizard goes running over here. He's got a very strange red into his and casts on Attain, hold person.
Oh crap.
Give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, just points at you and starts muttering something.
Yeah, that totally works. I get 5.
You got right.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
Daughter.
You know a hell. It's
Alex, can I use my reaction on the spell cast at somebody else?
Yeah.
I can spell.
How close to be?
60-foot range.
Oh. 50 foot. Yep. Count. Explain what you are doing.
I
What level?
level 3.
Okay.
Cool. So I see.
Do you not just automatically count at
that? Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So interrupt in the process of casting the creatures casting a spell of 3rd level lower the spell fails. Cool. So casting a spell and I instantly click my fingers and say Neftotech and counter it, like basically just stop it.
Okay, so Attain, as you feel this grip on your mind, you have a slight moment of panic as it's taken, and you just hear in the distance the words Mal just said, and the grip just vanishes.
Cool.
Now you'll go.
Because I've used a spell as a reaction, can I use one as an action now?
Yeah.
Reaction. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So I can go back and sit back and then call out Igethnek and fire 3 fiery lances, as it were, towards the large creature.
What's the range?
and cast Scorching Rays, which is 120 foot range.
Do it, lad.
The first one is 11. Yep. The second one is 20. The third one is 18.
2 hits.
Cool. 15 points of fire damage.
15 fire. You see these Valorant attend to your shoulder comes 3 scorching rays. One of them sort of fizzles out before it gets near him, but the other 2 just off his chest and scorch his scales. Malzeth, that your go?
Yep, so I'm just sat on the back of the wagon and I kind of just bundling myself back as much as possible, avoid getting into the combat too much.
So this little gimmer. This got a small one died. He died. Oh, I missed his go. What a bastard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over to you. He's got a spear that comes here with a board on end of it. And it's sort of looking at you. Again, similar, the pink scars all over his scars. Stabs out towards you. 11.
Okay. Roll to.
Your AC. I don't think it's anywhere near your AC.
Oh no. My AC is like 15.
You're fine. So it stabs out with you and you just turn it away with your blades. Argon.
You just saw that happen.
I jumped 6 cents fast.
I jump off the forward and to the right. To the left to you. Yeah, that way, yeah. I ping the red one with an arrow.
Oh, him over here?
Yeah, that's one.
Okay, go
on. 24.
Yep.
How many do we do? 10 points of piercing damage. And I point at Nala and give a barge in the form of a song. Nala, hey, you're gonna die. And Nala, you get a point of bardic inspiration.
Which means?
For the next 10 minutes, you add this to your ability check, attack, throw, and damage.
Add one.
And you get a D. You get a. Well, provide it. Give me a chance.
If you hyper, you'll
Sorry.
It's like a tin drum in here.
Or like something in the beans.
Oh, a D8. Sorry, it's really small. The thing it's a D8, an extra D8 to either attack and ability.
So you do your normal roll, Nala, then add that if you so wish.
You can also add it to your weapon damage if you want.
Is that your go, Argon?
That's everything I can do.
You're not moving, or are you just staying there?
I will move for the one.
10
minutes. For 10 minutes. So.
You can only use it once. You have 10 minutes to use it.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you don't get it for 10 minutes. Right now, you've just heard your glorious name sung from the heavens. And you feel inspired. What do you do?
Is the big guy right in front of me and 3 squares in front?
He is right, so you don't have to move 2 squares to get into a combat with him.
Okay.
He takes up those 4 squares.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt to hit him.
So you go, Nala now stands face to face with the ultimate Tiger.
Uh, 20.
Yes.
Nice.
Right, I'm gonna use my just today as well.
So you okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna roll my normal damage first, then I'm gonna yeah. Right, so 16 plus.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
D8. Plus 8.
16 saves.
4.
24.
Boom.
Nice.
That's that.
As your axe comes across its chest, there's a strange musical edge to it, almost an inspired musical edge to it. As you slash through its torso, and then you mid-combat see about 3 inches wide, just under a foot long across them. Now I'm assuming you're swinging again.
Oh
I
yeah.
forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
I'm just so hard. I only need to hit him once.
No, because I rolled extra dice, I forgot.
We're professional D&D players.
Totes perfect, yeah.
17.
Yes. It's all gone quiet.
We're
12
waiting for the damage.
12 damage.
Yeah.
You're opening this fecker up like it's Christmas.
Across the same wound that you've just gave it, another one you slash up with your axe like in an uppercut motion, and you've got now a little kiss sign on the.
It's the kiss of death.
Barclay, my invisible friend.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I want to cast darkness on the big dude, and then carry on running. Don't. Hey, cat.
No.
What is the range? What darkness?
60.
Is it with that?
Right. He's in range and it's still up.
That's 15 foot. It's only 15 foot. Yeah, it's only
Yeah, some of the smaller. It's the trait, isn't it? Right.
I'll be able to see do.
Foot from him, yeah.
Yeah,
So is it? Sorry.
on top of him.
So on
So you
top
got
of
it.
him, is it 15 foot the other way? So it's
A
30
radius, so it's all around
foot.
it.
So it's all the way
3
around,
by
yeah?
3.
And he takes up 2. That's just weird.
So to do it back, you could do the 2 that he's in, then 1 to the left, and then 1 to the right.
Making it work for it, Eddie.
Right, okay. Let's fuck.
Yeah, that's very exact, exactly.
So it's in that.
No, but you.
I know I want to say bye.
You
And I'm kind of running towards the.
you're running right, so
rear
towards those 2 rear cars. You could see that their warriors were 3. Plus, no fucking dragon.
Yeah.
And whilst there is a brun at the back who's quite heavy set with armour and a dark blue mohawk who spits lightning on the warrior in front of him. And as he spits lightning on the warrior in front of him, you see the winged elf wave his hand and the lightning direct from the warrior to him. And you can see ripped to pieces as you see 2 more lions, very curved grits rushing towards the land over. The guy stood with the dark elf warrior of about 7 dragons, all be armoured, all swinging split swords.
Okay,
That's
same.
where you're running, so you're passing it down towards them.
Yeah, that entire war scene's around me. I might be jumping and saying, "Oh,
Cool.
fucking hell, that's terrible."
Cool.
Carry on.
Right.
Go on.
That's Barclay's go. You've just lost sight of Darla and the little lizard creature that you had. Darkness in the middle of the day just appears over him. And Nala dies.
With the enemy.
Right, so what are you doing, a turn? What are you doing? This little in front of you with a spear.
Yeah, I'm going to knife this little knobhead,
Not bad. I like it.
obviously.
Is that an
That was very good. 2
You did not knife the little.
is do any other action.
Yeah, remember your rogue, so I give you a bonus to do things, which means if you leave combat, he won't get a free attack at you. If you have 2 weapons, you can use your bonus action.
Yeah.
You can use your bonus action to stab with your other knife. You know, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
don't run into me. I can't.
This is the thing.
This is where the springs wild. Oh, lion.
Alright, that's for like roll. That's a 15 there. So
15.
yep.
Yep, that will hit the little. Now you can knife the little knobhead.
Woohoo! So I'm rolling 10.
That comes towards his face.
Right, that's 1d4 plus 4. That is 7.
Embarrassing.
Yes.
Whammy! As you put your dagger into the side, he jumps and you feel it scrape across the mouth of his cheek open, and you can see the back teeth. The big guy.
Versus 3.
The big guy enraged now that he's in darkness, just wings huge club wildly in the direction he believes that Nala is. I'm assuming it's disadvantage on attacks. That would be 22 Nala.
Yes. Definitely hits.
Also, yes.
Holy shit. 17. Is he goes smashing in with club? He does 20 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
What's the half?
If I take 12 damage. Oh my god. So I rolled a knee. The swing comes flying. You just feel that some breeze go up to your face. And he's roaring. Just go. His little can't see in the dark, and he's just trying in the direction of into it. 18. Nala, 18.
Yeah.
3 points of piercing damage. Arrow muscle.
So is that a... What do I...
No, 3. I've got it already for you, sorry.
Oh, okay.
It points out, so 3.
Okay. No, that's fine.
And, looks at the bar and casts Scorching Ray towards.
What?
You were...
No. 5 and 18. No.
Only just, mind.
You tell you spider.
A match, yes.
As everything jumps up and that you find a flag. Just aims its claws at you. Starts growling at you. Starts dipping and you watch. You are not impressed.
Well.
Yeah. Smoke.
So I take out a start of flame instantly, just scorches out from it, and I say Kasseth Gore, and I fire at 90 feet towards the one that just cast Scorching Ray.
90 feet?
Yep.
That's a lot.
65. Yep, 65.
It's a chromatic orb spell. So I 20 to hit.
Yes.
Takes 16 fire damage.
This chromatic orb crashes in to this little red lizard man at the back, and he's sort of staggering around, scales of flesh and melting off him. He drops his dagger on the floor, picks it back up again, holds it tight. He looks fucked. You doing anything else, Malzeth?
No, I'm going to stay exactly where I am.
Good. That's Malzeth.
I'm getting a certain...
This guy is going to try and attack a 10 with a natural 1.
Hey!
He will continue to fight a 10. Argon.
Diagonal to the left, mate. So general course where we're going. All the way. Oh, right to you, yeah, sorry. 4 squares. Yep. Shooting arrow at the red one. As I'm a lucky man.
Chunks of plate scale off this huge creature. It is bleeding from sucking deep gashes on its torso. That will be now. Let's go. Barclay.
Hey up!
You are now.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
You are now in the thick of it. You turned over once. There are dragon balls in play armor, huge curved swords attacking the elves. They are defending themselves.
Good lads.
There are spells being cast. The Avriel elf with the black wings above is throwing more lightning bolts at people. There seems to be the dark-skinned elf and the head guard in all his plate armor. Of the 7 they were facing, 4 are now dead on the floor at the feet. You can now see that there is a white-robed, pure white-haired elf stood up. It is Lady Akiko. She has no armor on and no weapons, but her hands are up in front of her in like a strange 2 fingers on each hand are dominant, and the other curled up like a fist. And she's sort of she's holding them at a strange stance, and she's muttering. And when she mutters, the holy symbol on her chain, the cub paw, glows, and she is burning these dragonborn with radiant light.
Wow, that is astonishingly amazing. She is awesome, and she's also not in her cart right now, is she?
She is not.
Brilliant. Right, I'm going to use Unseen Servant, and I'm going to tell him to go into the cart first and keep it open so I can see it, no one there, and then sneak in.
There is no one in there.
Awesome.
She has come out. Her handmaiden, you see, is just on the outside of the cart, dead in the ground.
I feel bad.
Ripped out. Yeah, I know. You shed a tear.
I do feel bad.
Or somebody else's tear. You know what I mean?
I don't want people to be dead, you know.
You go in and you dip into them. You're now in the wagon, invisible. Your unseen servant holding the door open. Chaos on your side.
That's good. Chaos is good. I'm gonna go through it. I mean,
give an investigation check.
14.
14.
Yeah.
So you find a scroll case with the seal of the Empress on it, Atoria. Yep. So you recognise it as the symbol of the House of the Empress.
Yeah.
A scroll case on there, and there is a small chest wedged under where the seat would have been. It's half open. Full of jewels and coins, reds and green and blues and whites and silver coins and golden coins. This chest is about the size of a decent sized lunch.
Yeah. Having that, obviously. Is it open, everything? Like, don't you have to unlock it?
It's slightly open, so you can just see in it. If you pull it out, maybe a few coins will fall out as you pull it out, and you can just lock it up.
Yeah, I'll lock it up, stick it in my bag. Can I like sense magic or anything? Like, is there any big chests in here or anything?
There is a sword sheath with a sword in it, and snowflakes up the handle. It's a curved longsword, and that is just like strewn to the side. The sheath itself is white with silver snowflakes on it.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
That's gonna fetch a penny.
And
That's some good elven shit right there.
The larger trunk is just full of really expensive clothing. So you've got the Emperor scroll case, the chest of loot, the snowflaked longsword, and just expensive clothing. So whatever you
awesome. Want. I'll grab some grapes and bananas out of the bowl, and I'll be on my way.
Right, so what have you took? Have you took the scroll?
Yeah, I'll take the scroll.
You've took the treasure, and you've took the sword.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's gone off brief. He's gone off brief.
That's Barclay done. That'll be your turn, mate, doing all that.
Yeah.
But you're still inside the wagon.
Is 14 to hit. 6 piercing.
Another 6 pierce.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom. So you come in, stab. Like tearing scales off his shoulders and stuff. He's like, you do what else?
Mm-hmm.
Barclay, how long does darkness last?
10 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
10 minutes.
Right.
Just 10 minutes.
Rounds.
Yeah.
100 rounds.
You doing anything else a turn, or are you just staying in combat with him?
Is there anything else I can do? I've already taken 2 actions.
You're taking your attack and your bonus action, so you could move, but if you move out of his combat, so like out of his squares, he'll get a free attack.
Oh, okay, I'm just going to do that then.
You're gonna try and move and let him have a free swipe? If you stay in combat with him, he doesn't get a free attack. If you leave combat with him, he will get a free attack.
Does he get it if
he
he's in dark
gets
vision? That dark area.
He's not in the dark area. The dark area is here. You're still trying to smash the thing in front of him that keeps whacking him with a great axe. That'll be a 20 on disadvantage. And that'll be a 9, 17 points of bludgeoning damage, Nala.
Is that already halved or not?
No, what did I say?
17.
17, 8. He feels the club hit you, and he's like, and smashes again in the darkness. And rolls a 1 and a 3. What the fuck? So the second attack comes in. Nala, as it comes in, you just get that strange spider sense and put your arm up and block it with your shoulders. Just take it. He's not going anywhere. He's just going to have a fucking go. The little guy is going to go.